Let's see the geography current affairs. You see on this news, Rajasthan plans 2 times more bajra as India's paddy drops by 26%. So we know that what is called as bajra. Actually, this is bajra. This is also called as sorghum. In Tamil, we can say it is called as kambu, right? You see, the southwest monsoon and the cyclone Biporjoy, because of this there is an impact of this kharif crop. Actually, paddy and bajra, they are called as the kharif crops. Kharif crop mean we studied in the class already that the crop which grows only in the rainy seasons, right? So it got to be some impact. And also the southwest monsoon is not a even distributed monsoon in India. It is uneven always because of the physical features that we have in India. We have an uneven distribution of southwest monsoon, so there is an impact. So the kharif crops that can be sown 20.32 million hectare, but on the last year, when comparing to this, it is 85,000 hectare more than the last year. So this is the kharif pattern that we have, that's in India. But however, this is 9.12 million hectare less than 2021. When I am comparing to that 2022 of that last year, it is more. But when I am comparing to 2021, it is less than 9.12 million hectare. You see, the kharif crop which is delayed, that sowing got be delayed, and that great impact, that is because of the delayed monsoon. I told you that already we studied that this year that southwest monsoon got to be delayed by 8 days. So there is an impact on this kharif crops. So when seeing this kharif crop, paddy is the main crop in India that has been decreased by 26% in this year. So the Rajasthan, but it has doubled that crop which is called as bajra or pearl millet. It is also called as pearl millet, that has been doubled in Rajasthan instead of the paddy cultivation. So this might have happened in that Rajasthan. You see this Rajasthan, the Rajasthan got a heavy rain, 188% more than the normal rainfall. That is caused because of the monsoon and as well as Biporjoy of cyclone. You see, when the cyclone of Biporjoy, which create over the Arabian Sea, and the air mass which might have entered into the mainland, the Biporjoy will pour that much of rainfall in Rajasthan. So Rajasthan will get benefit on these kind of rainfalls, that cyclones, that is Biporjoy, and because of that monsoon. You see, look at here. So that kharif crop sown in Rajasthan is 2.74 million hectare. That's in the when I am comparing with the June of that last year. But this year they sown mostly bajra, that is 5.4 million hectare. When comparing to paddy, Rajasthan is cultivating paddy and also this bajra, but now they have doubled this bajra. And if you see this, the bajra is planted 1.35 million hectare of last year, but on this year it got to be increased to 2.92 million hectare. And one more thing, the state government has set a target that sowing of bajra in 4.4 million hectare, but actually it got to be increased, but still the state government doesn't attempt these kind of target, but it got to be increased. So apart from this bajra, in Rajasthan, paddy got a decreased, bajra is doubled, oil seeds that are cultivating over there in that Rajasthan, it got to be increased. You see that oil seeds, last year the oil seeds sown is only for 0.6 million hectare, but now on this year the oil seeds have been sown in 0.88 million hectare. So this is on the news. But when you look at this oil seeds, groundnut got to be increased. In Rajasthan, oil seeds, groundnut got to be increased. But the sunflower and the soya bean, that got to be decreased. So this we should know the difference. What are the oil seeds? In Rajasthan, they are cultivating more means groundnut, but the decreased oil seed is, sowing of oil seed is sunflower and then soya beans. Look at this. Cotton cultivation, which is also there in Rajasthan. Now you see, we know that Rajasthan is a desert, but western part of Rajasthan is a desert, but that eastern part is completely a fertile land, that is east of that Aravalli mountain. So they are cultivating paddy, they are cultivating bajra, and they are cultivating oil seeds of groundnut, soya bean, sunflower, and also they are cultivating the cotton in some areas of that Rajasthan, that it should be also very good over there. Now you see this latest data in that paddy of this year in India. You see, in 2021 you have 5.96 million hectares of paddy got to be sown, but in 2022 it is decreased to 3.6 million hectare. In 2023 it is decreased to 2.6 million hectare. This is all over of India. So when I am seeing this on India, the paddy cultivated land which are to be decreased on this year on year, 2021, 2022 and 2023. And also Punjab, in Punjab, if you see that they are cultivating not only wheat, in Punjab they are cultivating paddy also. So that also come down on this year. So this is in the news. Now if you see this in Uttar Pradesh, the paddy cultivation on right now 2023 is 0.43 million hectare, which is 0.12 million hectare less than 2022 on the last year, and 56,000 hectare less than on 2021. So Uttar Pradesh also, they are decreased in that paddy cultivation. And also if you see that maize in India, that also to be decreased. So paddy is got it decreased, and maize which is also to be decreased. Now there is an official data that this year the maize has been sown only 0.8 million hectare in our country. That is, when comparing to this 2022, it is less than 0.26 million hectare of this less than 2022, and 1.4 million hectare less than 2021. So officially the maize also to be decreased. And maize means that is the Karnataka. When seeing this Karnataka, that has been the lowest in Karnataka, that is maize is very lowest in Karnataka. And if you see that data, right now the maize we have 0.12 million hectare, but it is 0.28 million hectare less than on this 2022, and 0.63 million hectare less than on 2021. So obviously in India, paddy, maize both are to be decreased, but only in Rajasthan they have doubled this bajra instead of that paddy. Let's see this most affected state. Look at here, the Maharashtra, they will have a lack of rainfall. They received only 50% less than the normal rainfall. So Kharif sowing, I told you that Kharif crops which are grown only on the rainy season, that it badly affected in that Maharashtra. So Maharashtra is one of the most affected states in India. And if you see that in Maharashtra, the total sowing land 1.41 million hectare, which is less than 2022 and also which is less than 2021. You don't need to remember these kind of facts. But when I am comparing to the data of 2023 to 2022 and 2021 on these 3 consecutive years, it got to be decreased. And though, so Maharashtra is highly affected, most affected state, and second most affected state is Karnataka. Look at here. It is less than 2022 and also it is less than 2021. So Maharashtra is the main affected, mostly affected state, and the second most affected state, which is called as Karnataka. Let's see this Chhattisgarh. Kharif crop is completely got to be decreased in Chhattisgarh also. So the sowing of that Bihar, 69% rainfall deficit that was in Bihar. So what happened mean the Kharif sowing and the cultivation of that Kharif was completely got to be decreased. So first thing is Maharashtra, second one is Karnataka, and third is Chhattisgarh, and fourth is Bihar, and you see that Jharkhand is even worse. Actually, last year also in Jharkhand you have a drought. There is no that much of rainfall in that Jharkhand. So you see that Jharkhand, only 13,200 hectares are to be sown in that Jharkhand. It is even worse in that in India. So let's see this next one. Karnataka Forest Department has filed just 130 charge sheet on forest encroachment since 1980. An RTI came. So what is this in this news mean? You see, in Karnataka, we know that there is more amount of forest area which is there. You know, Bannerghatta forest area and a lot of forests are there. On this RTI, there is an illegal grant of state government. Do you see the acres? Some 1,04,065 acres which are to be illegally granted by the state government. And also there is an encroachment which happens on these number of acres, that's in Karnataka. So actually there is an act in Karnataka of 1963 that is called as Karnataka Forest Act. So number of cases are to be disposed on these kind of acts. You see this Karnataka Forest Act of 1963. What this act says mean, the state government, whether it is any land, whole or any part of the forest which is the property of that government. So government can grant that lands to that anyone. So that's why these cases are to be there in that courts. You see, according to that act, it is a non-cognizable offense. You can't apply any of the bails over there in this when you are arrested on this Karnataka. Why these kind of things are there in the Karnataka forest mean? Actually, we know that the big trees are the sequestration, that is carbon sequestration, and it is habitat for more number of animals, birds, and it will give more number of commercial value. So these are to be that much of destroyed in that Karnataka. So the Karnataka government will have their own act that is called as Karnataka Forest Act of 1963. Now, as one important news, you see this, actually there is a mushroom, very tasty, delicious, and also it's a high priced mushroom there in Kashmir. What is happening there means in that news, there is some because of the climatic changes and all, the mushroom of that Kashmir, it's a wild mushroom. It's a wild mushroom. So there is a problem because of that impact of that climatic changes in that Kashmir. Let's see first. You see this. So there is an unpredictable weather condition which might have happened in that Jammu and Kashmir. Temperature got to be increased more when comparing to the last years and all. And also there is a early spring might have happened. We studied in the class already the blossoming of flowers which happen only on this spring season. So it is an early spring season might have happened on this. So that exact mushroom which is called as gucci, actually there is a low yield on this. This is a wild mushroom. So the pickers from the Jammu and Kashmir, they went for that inside that Himalayan mountains in the Jammu and Kashmir, and they picked this wild mushrooms and they sell it in their market. It is very high costly. 1 kg of that mushroom which got around of some 40,000 rupees, I think. 1 kg of that mushroom. So that mushroom is called as a gucci mushroom. But you see that mushroom, you see this is just like a very spongy and honeycombed mushroom. You see this? It's a very tasty and delicious mushroom. If you go to the Jammu and Kashmir, definitely you will taste, but it is very high costly over there on that Jammu and Kashmir. You see this? Actually, there should be an ideal temperature for that mushroom. What does that mean? 15 to 20 degrees Celsius during the daytime, and that is the perfect time for that gucci mushroom. So it got to be springing up in the Himalayas of Jammu and Kashmir. That is very tasty mushroom in that in all over the world. Yes, this is the tastiest mushroom in the world. Actually, this gucci mushroom, which has a local name that is called as laurel, and it is very costly and it's priced more. And what is the real special of that gucci mushroom is, it is very difficult to find inside the forest. That is the major problem for that peoples who are hunting these kind of actually this mushroom is of 40,000 rupees a kg. I told you, no, this is very difficult to spot these kind of mushrooms, so that they are blended perfectly with that woody flows, but that only top that is called as honeycomb top is no, that looking on the top which will be appear for the naked eyes. So that we have to find very difficult on these kind of gucci mushrooms. Look at here, I told you that there is an ideal weather pattern. The daytime it should be 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, and the night time temperature should be 5 to 9 degrees Celsius. And it mostly, normally it's found in the southern slope of that sunny areas, and also in the northern side of the hills also we can see it, but normally it can be found during on here. But one more thing, this wild mushroom, it do not grow in the same spot every time. Sometimes they will be on here, sometimes they will be 1 kilometer after that. So the hunters who are there for that these kind of mushrooms, that is very difficult for there to spot these kind of things. And if you see this, when there is the thunder and rain will over there in Jammu and Kashmir, so there is a sprout of the mushroom will happen on that next day or within the 2 to 3 days. So that is the late spring, and earlier summer is the exact rain and the spot of this mushroom, gucci mushroom over there in that Jammu and Kashmir. Actually, it's vary in color, blondie to dark black. And also there is a false moral mean that is gucci which is present there. If the people trying to pick up that, they will become sick. So this is the greatest problem in that Jammu and Kashmir region. And if you see that above average temperature, and it has the reduced rainfall in the month of March and April. So this region, if you see that there is a the peoples who are called as Gujars, the peoples who are living there in the Jammu and Kashmir Himalayan ranges, they are the skilled hunter for this Gucci mushroom. And if you see this, because of that climatic changes and also deforestation and habitat destructions, these kind of mushroom yield which are drastically reduced. Look at on here, when the production of these kind of wild mushrooms, when they are picking that, no, 1991, if you see that 2000 quintals which are there, but in 2021 it got to be reduced to 45 quintals. So this is the major problem over there in that Gucci mushroom. It's sprouting earlier because of this climatic changes. If it sprouted earlier, means in the period of February, already snowfall and moisture which is there, because February is the winter time. So the terrain will be always slippery. So what the people will do, there is very difficult process to spot out these kind of mushrooms. And also, if the land and the mountain terrains which are to be slippery, how the people will go and pick it. So this is the very major problem there in that Jammu and Kashmir. So actually, when you are seeing this, there is a mushroom which is called as truffle. This is the one of the best fungi in the world, and our Gucci is the second best fungi, and also this is the second tastiest fungi in the world. Now, let's see this news. So that India, Pakistan, which is among the 5 countries, that there is a greatest potential to address the climate issues in livestock sector. Why this is in that news? That mean, look at here, that 5 countries will have more priority on the investment of livestock: India, China, Brazil, Pakistan and Sudan. So when upon investing this, there is an impact in that climatic changes. Now look at here, India exceeds all the country in this climatic stress. And if you see on this 5 countries, 46% of livestock production is in the world. 46% of livestock production, which is only on this 5 countries. And if you see this, 35% of rural population which are in this climatic hazard, and 51% of livestock greenhouse gases got to be emitted because of these kind of investment on the livestock sector of these 5 countries. Look at here, the animal based foods, 1/3 of the food system that is contribute to the global emission. So and this ruminant animals, birds, manure, they also releasing this greenhouse gases that is called methane, and carbon emission, which is also highly possible in this animal farming. So look at this one: India, China, Brazil, Pakistan, Sudan. So these are the top 5 investing countries in the livestock sector. And the livestock system in India, Nigeria, Sudan are most exposed, and India exceeding all these kind of 5 countries. So this is in the news. Now let's see this. Jowar, an ideal alternative to wheat in times of increasing temperature. Look at here, there is an alternative crop they are cultivating in Rajasthan. For paddy, they are cultivating bajra, pearl millet. Now look at on here, this is called as jowar. So this is an alternative crop for wheat. You see, on last year there is a March heat, and we have Russia-Ukraine conflict. So the countries which are depend on that wheat for their staple food, they have the concern and the problem. So that the heat waves, which are mostly March affected heat wave, that harvest, there is a high vulnerable crop of this wheat, because wheat is a winter crop. So when there is that much of heat wave which presents there in that region, so harvesting is very major problem in that places. And the Russia-Ukraine crisis, so it also restrict that wheat supply, and the price of that wheat, cotton wheat, drastically got increased. I'm sorry, ma. Jowar is called as sorghum. Yes, jowar is called as sorghum. One more name of jowar is called as sorghum, and bajra is also called as pearl millet. Right? So this is the alternative to the wheat for that climatic changes. Look at on here. India is the world's second largest producer of that wheat. So 40% increase in the production since from early of this 2000s and all. So right now we have a increasing temperature. So this crop will be a very, wheat is a very sensitive crop. So it need more number of water requirement. But when you are cultivating this jowar, when I'm comparing to that wheat, it requires much less water. So by the way, the wheat and jowar is a rabi crop. Paddy, bajra, which is a kharif crop. Wheat, jowar is a rabi crop. And if you see that wheat, it's more sensitive and highly, when high temperature which presents over there, the wheat crop that can't be sustained. So it's supposed to be grow only in the post monsoon and dry winter season. So when in comparison to that jowar, it may handle the temperature and it give a very good yield. So wheat requires 1.4 times more water than the jowar. So wheat need more water than the jowar. So traditionally that sorghum, which supposed to be the game changer for this climate change, so it need a very less water. And when you are seeing this, the India, which is the second largest producer of wheat after China, and also we are exporting to our neighboring countries just like Bangladesh, Nepal, Afghanistan, Somalia, and as well as the Sri Lanka. Since from the green revolution of 1960s, the first crop we tested on this green revolution is the wheat. So there is an increasing wheat production from that green revolution. You see this, the wheat production, when I am comparing to that, both are to be increased in yield of 26% and 17% in all these kind of years. But the production of jowar, which got to be declined of 5%. So we may have an alternative crop for that wheat. So there is the, I told you that sorghum, if you see that, we can convert it to wheat. The cultivating part of that wheat might have converted into sorghum because of that increasing of that temperature. And also there is additionally we can go it for the millet crops just like bajra, finger millet, foxtail millet, barnyard millet. So these are the replacement of rice and as well as the wheat areas. So these are the things we should know on this current affairs. We will see on the next class. Thank you.